family planning.
Is it Tantawi?
Is Tantawi, yes. No, yes, it's Tantawi, he's the former sheikh. It's a family planning in the sense of, you know, lifting the best image of the family or protecting the best image of the family. You understand? Using methods compatible with the teachings of Islam is a religious duty of every Muslim. So,
he said this.
Yeah, that's what Sheikh al-Azhar said.
Okay.
So then if family planning means, whether you call it bad spacing or regulation of reproduction and the frequency of pregnancy, whatever name you give it to, for medical reasons, using methods compatible with the teaching of Islam is allowed by Islam. But one also, let me you know, come back to one important, fundamental issue here. You talk about family. What does family mean? Or how is family constituted? Family in Islam is constituted through marriage. And you only talk about planning when there's a family. But planning without a family is what Islam frowns at. And Islam doesn't recognize anything that you call planning without a family. In fact, the fear is that if you engage people you know, in any process or in activity which will encourage them to regulate reproduction, pregnancy, whatsoever, without marriage taking place, that is a way of how do you call it, promoting immorality and prostitution, and becomes un-Islamic.
Okay. The use of contraceptives, I know, is one of the methods in this family planning. Women use pills to avoid having children, right? Some will go to the extent of undertaking operations whatsoever. Now, Islamically, is this acceptable?
To use contraceptives?
Yeah.
You remember what I said, you know, when I referred you to the fatwa by the Sheikh of Azhar. Pills or any other method.
Condoms?
Well, whatever. Insofar as it is applied by, it is, what you may call family in Islam. As far as Islam is concerned, it's a genuine family, and of course, you know, because there are methods that do not cause any, you know, damage, or do not cause any harm to the woman, particularly if you know, if it will not affect the reproductive capacity or the reproductive opportunity of the woman in the future, will be accepted by Islam. What Islam will not allow, however, is to use method or any means which can turn to be damaging to the health of the woman, or which may eventually, in fact, destroy the reproductive basis or the reproductive capacity of the woman. Then that will not be compatible. So,
in a sense, you are saying that family planning is acceptable?
Of course, family planning is acceptable in the sense that I have explained. Let me again repeat this. Family planning is acceptable in Islam if it means giving the family its best image, protecting the family, protecting the pregnant.
Naturally, the objective, they will say, is that to ensure that children are healthy. Yeah, because if children are, if you have maybe,
that is bad spacing.
Yeah, 6 months.
Or regulating the means of regulating reproduction and the frequency of pregnancy.
Even though sometimes some people after using these drugs will not bear children anymore.
That is a problem again.
So that's why I need specifics, if possible, on the usage. Yeah.
And that is why here it will be advisable that before the woman applies any method, let them see their physician first. Let the doctor advise, because the situation can vary from one person to another person. For some, the pill may not cause any harmful effect, but for others, it can cause lasting harmful effect. You understand? Then for them, the pill will not be advisable. So before they, you know, go on their own way to haphazardly apply a particular method, which could eventually lead to undesirable consequences, let them see their physician and get the appropriate advice before they take before they apply any method.
Okay. Another question is here. Someone was stopped from eating oil, cooking oil. You know, he was advised by a physician, a medical doctor, that you shouldn't use, you should consume oil. But out of whatever reason, he insisted and continues consuming it. And in the end, it claims his life. He died as a result of that. Now, will you say that this person committed suicide?
Well, maybe in a sense, these are some of the issues that one has to be very careful with, because the person is gone. He was told not to eat oil. He was advised not to use oil. But why did he continue to use oil? Why was he using it?
He likes it.
You understand?
I put it that.
Well, if only because he likes it, then you can say he commits suicide, or in other words, he destroys his own life. Quran came to he has destroyed his own life, and definitely, if he did it knowing fully well that this will lead to the destruction of his life, and without any genuine reason, without any reason whatsoever, because just he likes it, like you were saying, then that will be a haram act.
Some people, it happens here in society. Some people will have something like diabetes, for example, or you have a very severe problem, and sometimes the doctor will say, we would like to amputate you. Some will say that, in fact, I'll prefer to die with this than to be amputated. In case like that, if those people die as a result of the condition.
But are we sure that amputation would have saved their life?
Yeah, but that's the doctor's advice, that preferably for this condition to stop, even though sometimes it happens, they will amputate people and they end up dying. But they advise that that's the best medical solution for you. And you refuse and you die as a result.
If we do, or if we are sure that yes, for sure, amputation will save life. In other words, the way that the solution or the option that the doctor has advised will save life, and we are sure that this will save life.
You know, it's only the doctors who can be sure.
Then, you understand, if the doctor is sure, he will tell you. Then it becomes binding. Remember, protection of life is one of the objectives of Sharia. Sharia, protection of life. So, and because protection of life is mandatory, anything that would destroy life becomes strictly prohibited by Islam. No. So, and in other words, Islam, nobody has a right to destroy any life, including your own life. You don't have right to destroy your own life.
Abortion?
Abortion? Why abortion?
Islam's take on it in general.
Why abortion?
People do it because of different reasons.
Unless there is health, reasons, like somebody who's being advised, like you are saying, somebody who's being advised by a doctor that in order to save his life, to save her life, she has to undergo that process. That as a way of saving her life, it would be accepted. But otherwise, no.
What if you are suckling a baby and you realize that you are pregnant?
And then so what? So
can abortion be considered Islamic?
No, it's un-Islamic. No, it will not be Islamic.
Okay. Okay. Now, a woman in her menses, can she have sexual intercourse with the husband?
No, it's not allowed. It's prohibited. And the ulama of fiqh, the Islamic jurisprudence, particularly those that specialize in Islamic medicine, they explain that it has serious health problems. It can cause health complications. And it can cause health complications. And I think to go further, we have to refer this matter to the medical doctors. But this is what the ulama or the fuqaha have written.
Allah said that in the Quran, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوهُنَّ حَتَّى تَطْهُرْنَ.
No, that is the legal aspect of it. Like the same thing that I said, about the fact that an illegitimate child cannot inherit the father. You have necessary. When you have textual ruling, definitive ruling of Sharia, which prohibits, you must avoid it. Al-Quran al-Karim makes it very clear. Once Allah says, don't do. You don't even have to ask why. Allah says, or Islam says, very clearly, in a very definitive way, that illegitimate children cannot inherit their father. Full stop. If you do believe in Islam, accept it. If you don't believe in Islam, find another way. And illegitimate children can inherit the mothers, because for the mother there's no confusion. But for the father is where we have the confusion. And of course, again, the legitimacy applies. Who owns the child? The father owns the child, you understand? So the same thing also will apply here.
Okay.
Allah.
Now, some people will be praying Zuhur as a prayer, praying, and their mind is on their wives, women, and things like that.
This is not Sharia. Sharia, be careful. There's a difference between, the legal rules and the moral rules of Islam. the legal rules of Islam will apply when you are praying, whether you perform ablution, whether your dress
Clean.
clean, where you stand